What's going on, guys, and welcome to Black Kings Free Game. We are live today, and we're live with one of the queens of Hinesville, Janice L. Baker. Give it up, guys.
What up?
Let's give it up.
Good evening, everybody.
How are you, Janice? How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How's everybody doing?
We're cooking. We start off the show asking how our weeks were. How was your week today?
Week was exciting. Exciting work week. A couple of big things going on. So
okay,
life is good. Life has been great.
Big things popping.
Little things stopping. Hey, so King Boston, how was your week? Look, I know it's been interesting, even though it is just Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday, and the week has been good thus far. I'm a little short-handed, so.
What happened? What happened?
What happened is I had to drop the hammer on an individual that had it. It was what is the word? Impending.
Oh,
yeah. I think.
I don't think this. I think it's just fired. Is what it is.
Yeah. I'm saying it was coming though.
It was coming. It was leading up to it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the Sloan sledgehammer, was it?
A little bit. Well, at this stage, I'm kind of delicate.
Hey,
with it.
Can I ask you a question?
It is or it ain't, and
what
it just ain't.
What does HPC stand for?
Oh,
HPC stands for Household Pest Control.
Yeah.
That is what we do.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
And I would expect anyone who works for Magnum to know what those three letters mean.
Okay.
And if you don't, that's a problem.
Okay.
That's literally what we do.
All right, man. It's interesting. I've been seeing stories all over, Facebook, TikTok, and one of the stories was this guy, right? He called his boss. And he was like he had just been into an accident.
Yeah.
And this guy, he said he was in an accident and shrapnel hit his car. And then later on that day, he didn't go to work, but he saw his boss.
Sure did.
And things like this happen. I never would think that would happen. That's not coincidence. I wouldn't say. I think that
that's
was
just how God works.
Yeah.
That's just how God works.
Dab me up on that one.
Yeah, man.
King.
You can't escape divine intervention,
Wow.
And
there's nothing like that ever happened to you. So King Frazier, how was your work week so far?
Oh man, it's been busy, but it's been good. Again, today is Wednesday. Monday went by like a blur.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, work was good. And then we had county commission meeting. So it was interesting.
Those are always fun.
Oh yeah, always fun, baby. And then today, working over in Savannah, being short-handed, how that goes. But it was funny, you all talking about a story about him talking about being in an accident. Man, do y'all remember doing COVID? Only thing, they didn't have to come out with all these elaborate excuses.
Right.
I got COVID.
Yeah, right. That's it.
Listen,
that probably would have been better.
Hey, listen, all you can do is like, okay, I mean, hey,
it kind of still works.
It does.
Yeah.
You just ain't gonna get no paid time off.
Exactly. Or 7 days anymore.
Right.
Dr. Fossey said, what, man, 24 hours, you good now, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but a great week. And, I'm excited to be back, man,
Bad.
I've been off the mic for about a week, so.
Yeah, you was down in D.C. doing the thing.
Yeah, he was in the go-go.
Yeah.
Hey, Chocolate City.
Man, Chocolate City, man, it's still a beautiful city. Actually, that's probably one of my favorite cities in the United States,
Really?
Hush. No, it's not. Liberty County is. That's your second
one
favorite.
of my favorites.
You can't even put it up.
Outside.
Just flash.
Outside of Liberty
we're
County.
traveling people.
It's
absolutely-
People
I'm
believe
just
travel.
messing with him.
Yeah, it's just I remember my parents taking me up there as a kid, you know, and really that was my first introduction to politics, you know, just going to the Capitol, you know,
Right.
Going to the White House, just going to the different museums, you know. I had the opportunity to go to the African American Museum. If you all have never been there, I'm not just talking to the kings and queens, but everyone out there, man, that's an experience that will, like, I mean, you'll be
Stay
lost
with
for
you.
words. You
Yeah.
know, it goes from the beginning of our African American history here, but it also talks about our African side, and then it goes all the way up to basically now,
Right.
the museum. So it's, I mean, from the sororities, fraternities in there, you know, from the entertainment standpoint. Man, they even had Outkast in there, and y'all know I went crazy about that, you know.
Yeah.
But it then, even from the civil rights era, it talked. Man, they have Emmett Till's original casket in there.
Wow.
If that doesn't
Move
do
you.
something to you,
Yeah.
man, you're not just not African American, man. You un-American.
Yeah.
You know,
I
'cause
get you.
that time, that was the real pivot of the civil rights era. You know, that was right before the Montgomery bus boycott and everything. That's what really made people in the South say, you know what, man,
Enough is enough.
enough is enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going no more. You know. So
How long did it take for you to walk through there?
we were there for like 5 hours, and be honest with you, that's not enough time.
Right.
I heard it takes you at least 2 days.
Wow.
I guarantee you that it takes you 2 days.
Yeah.
You know. You know.
You know, talking about, well, also my week it's been pretty good.
Oh yeah. How was your week?
Oh, it was good, man. Thank you for asking. Now my week's been pretty good. It's a lot of things, especially being in real estate, y'all. Deals fall out, deals come back on, deals fall out again. So that's why you have to be adamant in everything that you do, especially when you're doing something for yourself and you can't depend on a check from anywhere else. You got to stay adamant on that. And sometimes you can lose track because you could burn yourself out.
You can.
Yeah.
And sometimes that stress and everything, it'll knock you off course, but you just got to readjust and get back on the horse.
Yeah.
So that's basically, you know, what I'm doing now, especially with my week. And here, having this show is like medicine to me. I don't know if you guys understand. This is like therapy to me.
Yeah.
This is,
I mean, for all of us. You know?
this is my natural state. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm comfortable. I'm surrounded with people that I trust, I care about. You feel me? So it's like, this is my therapy, y'all.
Right.
Yeah. So to all you kings and queens out there, we thank you for watching just this far. I want you guys to go to YouTube, and I want you to type in Black Kings Free Game. Hit that subscribe button, because in a few days, we're going to have our first episode of Black Kings and Queens After Dark.
Oh.
And we're going to be discussing topics and giving out prizes.
So the first official.
The first official.
Right.
Yes.
On
that'll
air.
be the-
On
on
air.
air.
A lot of
Oh, we
Black
gotta give
Kings
a
after
shout out
dark.
to a Mayor well, I call her Mayor Clementine Washington.
Oh, yeah.
Look, Ms. Washington, we salutes out to you.
Absolutely.
Thank
Love
you for
you,
watching.
Love
chitty
you.
chitty bang bang. Chitty chitty bang bang.
I don't know what that is, but I just said it.
Doctor.
Theo
Oh, yeah.
Porter, everyone that's watching, shots out. So what we're going to do now is get into it. We're sitting here with Janice L. Baker. And Janice L. Baker went to school in Albany State University. Albany,
Go
Georgia
Rams.
is what they call it. And that was in spring of 2004. Don't y'all do that math. All right. And also, she's public relations director, Liberty County School Systems, and that is to this present day.
Nice.
She also was a public relations coordinator for the Liberty County School System, executive university coordinator back in 21 for Savannah State College, and also
Of art and design.
Right.
excuse me.
Right.
I saw Savannah in college, and my mind went
Just
straight there.
scared.
So excuse me, because I must
That was
correct
new to
that.
me. I was like,
Look,
what?
No.
She was executive university coordinator for Savannah College of Art and Designs, which is
Yes.
SCAD.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, no offense to
You gotta
Scad.
put some respect on
Gotta
that.
put some respect on it.
Love Miss Paula Wallace.
They're probably buying
Miss
a new
Paula
building
Wallace.
downtown
Exactly.
Savannah right
President
now.
Paula Wallace, yes.
Yeah, y'all throwing that shade.
That's facts.
Look,
That's factual,
in
baby.
her LifeWorks, she developed and implemented an innovative LifeWorks program for Fort Stewart Family Homes, Hunter Air Force, and Martin Point Apartments, while ensuring the program's guidelines are followed completely.
Right.
These are some of those managerial skills and also overseeing that we can expect from Queens, and we appreciate that. But today we about to get down and dirty.
All right.
All right, down and dirty to the fact of, I know you're from here. Janice, tell me some of the memorable moments that when we were younger, that you know that was pivotal in you becoming the woman and queen you are today.
Wow. Well, thank you guys for having me. It's a
Most
pleasure to be at the
definitely.
table with the Kings tonight. Homegrown, Liberty County has grown leaps and bounds since, I guess, in the 80s. We used to have one hospital on Highway 84 where DFAX is currently at now.
Yep.
Gosh, there was a TG and Y, which was like our Walmart.
Right.
There was Piggly Wiggly.
Bigly.
And maybe Kmart at the time.
Yep, it was Kmart.
It was Kmart. So the growth that we've seen and the neighborhood growth that we've seen, and Airport Road used to be a dirt road, and
Wow.
196 was not even a 4-lane highway. So
At all.
we're talking infrastructure, not much infrastructure, but you just infrastructure, homes, and just business community growth has grown tremendously. And it's amazing to see, what your hometown has become, even though, a lot of people like to talk about Hines Vegas. We'll call it Hines Vegas
Hines
today.
Vegas, baby.
But people like to call Hinesville and Liberty County home. And so, a lot of people don't like the big city, but, Hinesville is very much a safe and incredible place to raise your family.
Yes.
And I feel like we have all the resources and things that people need. And we're just like 2 hours from Jacksonville, 2 hours from Charleston,
Exactly.
3.5 from Atlanta. So
Sell it now.
Yeah.
Come on
so
now.
you can, I'm going to my field, but so you can go anywhere that you'd like to
Right.
and come back home and still have the life that you like to lead around great
Yes.
people. And I feel like we have an incredible community who our leadership and our municipalities work well together. I feel like, our mayors, our councilmen, our commissioners, we all work very well together, and we run a very vibrant county.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sheriff Bowman, we
Well
see
said.
you. Hey, Sheriff
Shout out,
Bowman,
Sheriff.
thank you for watching.
Twin.
So with that being said, if you remember the Piggly Wiggly where we was trying to stack up them greenback bucks, you remember them? Look.
I literally
Them
just
stickers.
I just saw a lady that worked in there back then, and
Really?
she said, "Do you remember me? You were my Piggly Wiggly baby." And I said, "I do remember
Oh,
you."
wow.
I think she was a checkout lady at the store, but it's just a part of the hometown feel that people have seen you grown up. They know who you are, and they know what stock you come from, as people would say.
Yes.
They know where you come from, so people like that still live long lives here and,
Yes.
and are still great people. They look out for you.
Janice, just think about that, man. You guys, well, I don't know, Mitch, I know you from New York, but we
He's
talking
not
about-
from New York.
I
He's
was
from
in Brooklyn. Exactly.
I'm
Let's get
going
it straight,
to
sir.
Brooklyn in a couple of weeks.
Really?
You know that? Yeah.
You got people out there?
No, a classmate, Sam Giles,
Yeah.
one of our classmates, lives up
Oh,
there with his
Sam.
wife.
Yeah. Oh,
Ayana.
okay. Yeah.
And
That's what's
so
up.
he's going to be our designated tour guide for the weekend.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're excited to go hang out.
It's going to be a good weekend.
Y'all gonna have an
great
awesome
weekend.
time. You just
Yeah.
going for the weekend?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look
It's
at
gonna
him
be
get
action-packed.
excited.
It's gonna be action-packed. Look, I'm ready to fly out there.
Hey, you didn't hear his accent picked up. Yo,
Right.
you going to New York, son? Like, really, son? Like, look, let me get your math. I'm gonna meet you up there. So, look, but that hometown feel.
Yeah.
It's amazing how back then, if you were working in the grocery clerk line, you were still respected. You were
Yeah.
respected above a lot of things because that's just how we were.
Yeah.
I mean, you go in there, you see that lady, it's respect. It's not like, oh, you just a cashier. It was more like, oh, mama, that's auntie such and such, or that's the
Yeah.
lady that's going to look after me. They used to give kids lollipops.
Yes.
They'll look after them. If they were shortchanged, they'd be like, well, baby, you go ahead now. I'm going to take care of that. But, and they'll call your mother or something and say, look, Doris, I didn't have that dollar, but I gave it to you, baby. like things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe just like here in your borough, because y'all had boroughs, that y'all developed those personal relationships with folks. It wouldn't. I know New York just wasn't like, you stay to yourself, son. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me.
Nah, especially during those times, you know, you start going back into the 80s and 90s, you know, it was, community was a lot more connected.
Yes.
I can't speak for now, you know, because I haven't been there. You know, and I do know the last time I was there and I was lost. I was looking for a house, and I'm kind of in the mind of Georgia. The first lady I saw, I was like, hey, and the way she looked at me, I was like, never mind.
Are you talking to me right now?
It was my bad, son. It was my bad, son. I forgot what I was.
Right.
Apologize, ma'am.
Yeah, but I mean those were some good times, man. And the thing about it, even with our expansion and our growth, I still feel that we still have that hometown feel.
Agreed.
You know, you can still go out walking in Walmart and you're gonna see someone that you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And you go in Walmart and not see anybody that you don't know?
Yeah, no. It's
they gonna wave at you anyway,
right? I mean, that's the Hinesville Mall.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have came a long way. You know, and like you said, I know people still talk about, oh man, Hinesville this, Hinesville that, in a negative tone. But if you know where we came from and where we are now, man, and I'm not talking about 30 years. I'm talking about in the last 10.
Right.
The 10 years, you know.
Yeah. It's definitely a change.
Right. So, yeah.
Yeah. And,
keep on.
And we're continuing to grow, and I feel like we're continuing to improve. Now, there's some things that I know and you guys know that needs to be done, especially with how you said that we have a lot of the principalities and people in high positions, and those are really us. I'm talking about really us. So there's a lot of things that I feel that we need to come together on, and I think a lot of this pettiness and people not wanting certain people to have certain powers and all that needs to be let the hell go. It needs to be let go. And we need to push forward like we're supposed to as a unit. Because when we move as a unit, we seem to get a lot done. Yeah. We talk about back in the days we moved as a unit.
Yeah.
The Frasers would be with other families, my family. Yeah. And they used to have things like the Butternut Garden Club.
Oh man.
The Buttercup. I'm sorry. I'm talking Butternut. Buttercup Garden Club.
Yeah. Yes. And we used to meet at Dorchester.
Or Midway Congregational Church.
Right across
Midway Congregational Church.
Either one. Yeah.
So y'all were in this Buttercup.
They were the children. They were the children of the Butternut Club.
Right.
Buttercup.
Oh yeah. So y'all like alumni from that?
Yeah, we were like in the juniors.
So what was the mission? Like, what were y'all doing?
Here, all right, so let me break this down for you.
Break it down.
All right. So our mothers, back then, women, they took part in like clubs. There was a lot of clubs, and it wasn't all about anything promiscuous or nothing. It was more like caring for plants.
Yeah.
Quilting.
For the home.
Yeah, for the home.
Yeah.
Okay. See, the family structures was, I'm talking about, on point. So they used to grow plants. All right, and I believe they were like one of the only black Buttercup garden clubs, like a garden club, right?
In Georgia. Yeah.
And I remember my mother and his mother and a lot of other mothers, they were there with their plants. And a lot of time they had to put their plant up, and they wouldn't stand around their plant because they didn't want to get judged for being a person of black descent, melanated person.
Man.
Non-ether being.
We used to meet up in Savannah.
Yes, at the Hyatt.
At the Hyatt. And Mark and I, I mean, we had arrangements in there.
They mamas did it.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Auntie.
Did it.
Yeah, because I mean,
Good job, nephew.
You know, we were in it, but they were in it.
So there were different Buttercup clubs throughout.
There were different names. Even Bill Carter Road is a road they adopted.
Yep.
Now let me tell you how this went back into our upbringing. We used to have to go clean that road up. This was volunteer work. we would go clean the road. And my mother, a lot of times, if say everybody got busy or they forgot about it, my mother would hop in her car and go to Bill Carter Road, and her and I would go out there and pick up trash off the side of the road, because they used to adopt roads back then.
And they still do
they
it
still
now.
do that.
Right.
And they still do it now. So folks who want to volunteer and keep your community clean, if you have organizations, you can adopt a road.
Absolutely.
Speaking of the organizations,
Yeah, reach out to Keep Liberty Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
See Dr. Karen Bell.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dr. Bell.
the Deltas.
Yes.
I know that you are the president currently of this chapter here in Hinesville.
I am.
Thank you, Queen.
Appreciate that.
We appreciate you standing on business.
Oh yeah.
And is there some things that you've done this year that you wanted to talk about, or that really meant a lot to you during your presidency?
Well, what I will say is we can talk about what's coming up, and we're wrapping up. This is my second year as president, and so we've had a great year. We just had a Jabberwock Scholarship pageant, and so I
Y'all
think
did that?
we did do it. We raised over $75,000 for scholarships for our local community. Yeah,
That's major.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's probably over that, but yeah, we've raised over $75,000. We had about, I think, 18 contestants, and they all did very well. It was just a process. You get to mentor young ladies and prepare them for, life things, but then the culminating activity is the pageant. So that it was wonderful, well attended. Definitely, it was a show. We don't like to just have a pageant. So you felt like you were coming to an actual, I want to say, theater event. So it was beautiful. So we're gearing up for next year, and we're going to be, I think the one major event that we're going to do is going to be a mother-daughter brunch, and it's going to be, I want to get it right, celebrating International Day of the Girl Child, and the focus will be breast cancer awareness, domestic violence, and human trafficking. So 3 areas that I think are very important to women in our sorority as a whole. So we'll be doing that. And then our annual, we've done this several years before, but our Black Heritage Ball, we love that. Celebrating Black History Month, Black excellence, and, getting in our African attire and, celebrating us.
So when are the dates for these events?
I think celebrating the mother-daughter brunch will be in October, and then Black Heritage Ball is always in February.
Okay,
Yep,
that makes sense.
It'll be coming soon.
Look,
Nice.
I like to see the activeness of the Deltas, and I know that y'all are different sororities, but you guys in the AKAs, and you see them mixed together, and I'm talking about it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, we
Yeah.
all want to accomplish the same things. My baby sister, who is an AKA, a lot of people
Chandra.
don't know that.
Right.
Yes, Chandra. Shout out to my sister, Chandra
Shout out
Collier.
Chandra.
Yes, she's a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and we both have been in the sorority about 20 years. So we all want the same things. We want to see our communities thrive. We have almost same interests, whether it's education, breast cancer awareness, whether it's just trying to help with our elderly in the community. We all want the same things. So and if we can do it together and collaborate, that's my favorite thing, is collaboration. We don't have to do things separately. We do more together than we do separately. So if we can come together and accomplish more, why not?
Right.
Yeah, you're right. And she's just not talking. I mean, just recently she received the Beacon Award. That was in December of 2023.
Yes.
She also got the Liberty County Top 45 and Under Award recipient.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
United Way Coastal Empire, the Young Leaders Board Readiness and Graduate. Right? That was in 2020. And the list goes on, y'all. So it's about talking about it and living it at the same time. And with all of the accolades and everything that you have, look, hats off to you on that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
kudos.
Yes.
Thank you.
Right now,
And I'm honored and privileged to have seen it all come together from,
Oh, wow.
we were knee high to a fly.
say red light, green light.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Oh,
yeah.
before then. But,
Red Rover,
you know,
Red Rover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but, I was having a conversation with someone earlier and was just talking about the true blessing that we have had down here, where friends became family at
Yes.
an early age, and that we're still cool 30, 40 years later.
Right.
And
That's a blessing.
and it's a blessing, because a lot of people don't have that opportunity.
That's true.
So it's a good thing.
Okay. And speaking of that, with the opportunity of having family like that, it is amazing. And I'm gonna have to put King Boston on the spot right here, because recently, we have a lot of heart-to-heart talks.
Yes.
King Boston and I, and this particular conversation we've had a couple years ago, but it was just him, Binga, and myself, and we were talking about how you can create a family that doesn't have one drop of blood. And that is something that a lot of people don't have. Because when you're doing some of the things that men like us do and others, you get this stress. And a lot of times we keep that bottled in because we don't want to tell the next man, because they're going to see it as our weakness.
Right.
And then they're going to try to exploit that. So it feels good to be able to just let my mind go and be able to talk to my brothers and get that reflection back, like, oh, no, you crazy, dog. I don't understand that. Or, yeah, you on the right track, bro. I feel you going with this. And it feels good to sometimes be angry, get an argument out, and then at the same time, still all love.
Yeah.
Because everybody else right now is so focused in on everything bad that when something bad happens, you never get no good out of it. You can't get good out of it.
Yeah.
As our brother would say, if two brothers go into a room and they have an argument and they both come out laughing and smiling, somebody lied.
Somebody lying. Yeah.
Somebody
real.
lying.
Yeah.
Good.
But if two brothers go in a room and then they still mad and they be like, I love you, but I don't like what you are doing. I don't like you. You're acting very Drake-ish. I had to bring the Drake out there. So it feels good to be able to have that. And I see that with the sisterhood that y'all have with the Deltas, the AKAs, and I always wanted to be a Q.
Oh.
Look, that's
It's never too late.
It's never
I know.
So
I
I
know.
want to clarify something on that, because somebody just asked me that question. They thought you could only pledge a sorority or fraternity in college.
Yes.
You can still pledge in your adult life. You can still be a part of an organization if you'd like to. I think most just require you to have a college degree. So,
Okay.
reach out to your local chapter in the community that you live and serve, and see if it's an opportunity that you want to pursue. And it's a opportunity to serve and be a part of public service for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you told me that. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna see what I can do. Janice, you were in Africa,
Yeah.
because you said you were studied abroad, and I want to know, how was it when you went to South Africa?
South Africa was beautiful. It was an opportunity for me to go as a part of a study abroad program at Albany State. It was going into my senior year, and I'll never forget the day that my advisor came into the classroom to present it to everybody, and immediately I knew it was for me to go.
Oh wow!
And so my parents made it happen. It was a part of my course study. I wasn't a government student, but I wasn't taking any law classes, but I did it just so I could have the elective classes to go. And so we went to Cape Town and Pretoria, which is in South Africa.
You went to Cape Town.
I
Cape
went to
Town.
Cape Town.
Cape Town is the roughest spot. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
It's amazing. We got to go to townships, which is like some of the most, I would say, poorest, or no running water, to kind of give you a framework of what it looks like. No running water, just metal homes put together, townships. And Nelson Mandela's first home with Winnie Mandela, we went to Robben Island, where he was held in captivity for so many years. And then you see beautiful places like Table Mountain, and you take this I wanted to call it an escalator, but like this thing, you go up to the top of the mountain, and the beauty of the mountain, every day you get to see the clouds roll over it and see the ocean. It's the beautifulest water. I'm an ocean girl, so I love water. So the beaches there are just amazing. But difference in culture. So they have McDonald's, and American, we go thinking you're gonna get some of the same food, but KFC, they don't have biscuits, they have rolls.
Yes.
And you get to try different foods and cultures. Go to the townships and definitely the markets and buy just different crafts, because there's so many talented Africans in the cities, and you get to see the artwork and the basket weavings and all of that. But in all of that, we still had to take classes and at the same time meet people. And me and my sister were talking about this earlier. I almost got married. Or somebody offered.
I was
to
about
me.
to ask you.
I know, because I knew you were going to go
Someone
there.
tried to get you to be that queen in Africa.
Henry C. Baker Jr. said, "Where are my cows?"
How many cows were you offered? How many cows did they offer you?
He said, "For my first wife, it was 2. For you, I give 4."
She baller blocking. 4 old cows.
Up the scope.
I don't want to hear this in the streets, people.
Ain't gonna be like, hey, Sean, I got 3 cows for you right now.
I got
3 cows for you right now. Look, oh yeah, I can't believe we skipped them over. Hey, I forgot to tell y'all, King Myers is in the building. We forgot to ask him how his week has been.
Another brother.
Look,
What's up, girl?
I believe y'all went to church together.
No, so I grew up at Bethel AME
that was the
under
Bethel days.
Pastor Henry Frazier, Elder Henry Frazier, and
Hallelujah.
so yes, grew up in Bethel like my whole life, and so Eddie's dad was our co-pastor there. Yes,
Hallelujah.
yes, yes.
And then went to the Grove.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. So, King Myers, I know all of the excitement. So, how's your week been?
Rough.
Okay.
It's been real rough. In and out the hospital. Not myself, but my wife. So keep her in your prayers.
Always.
She's fighting this preeclampsia thing now. So, she jumped from one hurdle and jumped right into another one. So, we're making it through.
How's baby Trinity?
She's good.
Good.
Greedy.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
She
about
should
to
be.
chunky.
She's
Yeah.
greedy, man. She's greedy and already trying to hold her own bottle. So
That's what's up.
And she look like
she's
Eddie.
alpha baby. Man. She's alpha baby. She's about 2 weeks old, already holding the bottle.
Hey, while you playing, that guy right there he's wrapped up for real. Like it's when you were a girl dad.
Yeah, man.
The
That's that
girls,
Kobe.
they hit different, man.
They're supposed to.
Yeah.
I get you, but now, man, because when they start getting older, then
But I
you
just
be
want to
saying
remind
You
y'all.
sound a little
I
biased.
didn't- No,
Yeah, you heard that?
I am a girl
Hey, Miss
dad.
Vicky, how are you?
I'm a
Miss
girl.
Lisa, go ahead.
But I want to remind y'all what kind of men you guys were.
Barry Chapman. Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I get that. Well, I don't
Big
know what you
sister
trying to.
moment.
Hey, why
That's
she?
what you mean.
I'm not
See,
karma.
first of all, how you gonna bring that
Moving right
negativity
along.
on that?
Yeah.
I'm a girl dad, bro.
Yeah, okay.
I just got MJ.
Yeah, look, I got you. I got my boy back there too. Yes.
Man.
So look, she tried to throw that in there real smooth.
Real
like, too.
smooth.
And she
Real
did.
smooth.
She did. But yeah, she's got
I'm trying to educate
Papa
myself
Myers.
Right.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Papa,
Yes.
Yeah.
she got Papa Myers around her finger.
Right.
Yeah.
As she should.
Yeah, she should.
And of course,
Girls always need their protectors.
oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
Aw.
absolutely.
And King Myers, man, you know, because of our schedule, we haven't really had an opportunity. Either I'm here,
Yeah.
he's gone,
Yeah.
I'm gone,
Yeah.
you're here.
Yeah.
But man, it's always good to see you, brother. And
Yeah.
of course, you know, we're praying for you and your family.
Absolutely.
You know,
Appreciate that.
and that might be a subject that we really need to discuss about preeclampsia and how it affects the African American women.
Yeah.
You know,
it's really, really high in
Yeah,
African American
absolutely.
women.
Yeah, so it's, and I know that's why we're here. You know, of course we have conversations, but we try to educate as well. And I know for a fact, preeclampsia, man, in the African American community, especially, well, obviously it's only for the women. That's very, very deadly, and I know you know that as well.
Yeah, it can happen either before
or after. Absolutely. Yeah.
Somebody
Okay.
break down what preeclampsia is.
Look, I googled it because when
Yeah, I
he
knew
said
you
it,
was
I
saying-
didn't know what he was talking about.
That's why I asked you.
But
Well-
the definition is a potentially dangerous pregnancy complication characterized by high blood pressure.
high blood pressure.
Essentially.
Yes.
Yeah, and of course, you know, in our community,
Yeah, we deal
you
with
know,
high blood
we
pressure.
deal with
Yeah.
high blood pressure,
Right.
and what it does during that time, it makes your high blood pressure even higher.
Yeah.
To a point where you could stroke out.
Right. Or seizure out.
Or seizure out.
We went to a doctor's appointment.
Bingo, where you
yesterday.
at, man?
Yeah, right.
We went to a doctor's appointment yesterday, and they took her blood. They took her blood pressure. And the doctor was like, "Nah, go to the memorial right now."
Right now.
Right now. We got over there, and her blood pressure was 177 over 100.
Oh
wow.
That's borderline seizure and stroke
Yeah.
right there.
Right.
Like it's like literally tip topping right over it. So
Right.
they got it down. So we're just monitoring her for tonight. They had her last night, and then they're gonna monitor her tonight, and if everything is good, then they're gonna release her. But it's something that she's gonna have to pay attention to, for the next couple of weeks.
Right.
Plus all the other complications she had during the process. It's really got her. Some of her spirits is really high.
Yeah.
But I see some days, because there's certain things she can't do right now,
Right.
and it's bothering her.
Yeah.
So, I'm just being the best supportive husband I can, and being dad, husband, maid, everything.
Everything all.
So I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
Round of applause.
I will say, as we get older, 30s and 40s, we have to pay more close attention to those things, high blood pressure, all of our family history things. But what a nugget I will drop that I just learned last year when we were at countywide retreat.
Free game.
That our hospital CEO shared with us is that Liberty County is like second in the state for birth mortality. So we come from a very high birth mortality county, and it's something that's affecting more people than probably that we know about. And when you said earlier, the trigger for me was you said we don't talk about certain things, but my thing is we're more alike than what we know.
Yeah,
and until
respect,
we
Jane.
open up and share, we can't learn from our experiences until we talk about them. But if we hold everything and we don't share it with each other, and I think as grown people and growing up, we have to talk to our parents and the elders in our family and people that we are very close to so we can learn from each other. If not, we're going to keep creating the cycle over and over again, and the same thing
True.
will keep
I agree.
happening.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's we needed to start having those discussions because it's a lot of fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And people don't want to talk about it. Yeah.
The unknown.
I go through things and I just don't be wanting to say something, but I need to open my mouth and say something about it. Hey man, this don't feel right, or this, you know what I'm saying? So when we get up in age, sometimes we forget about that because remember we always think that we're immortal. You know what I'm saying? We really do. We really do. And at times, that immortal effect is also good because we need to have that courage just moving on. Because you got to know, well, I still got to live for the next day. I still got to, So a lot of people don't like talking about it because it is a dark topic, but it's something that we need to hit on.
But we have to.
Yeah.
There's certain things in our community that we have to start speaking up on. Health.
Yeah.
Number one, health. Just at the end of the day, if I go through something, I should be able to talk to my brothers and my sisters about it, so you all know what to look for. So y'all don't have to go through that.
Yeah.
It's in our community. We never talk about cancer until it's.
In our community.
No, I'm talking about at the final stages.
Final stage.
Yeah. But we don't talk about how hey, bro, when the last time you had your prostate checked? I mean, those are conversations we need to start having.
Yeah.
When the last time you check your blood pressure?
Blood pressure.
I mean, those are real conversations because it's out here.
And we all of us are like 80s babies, and we get into that point where colonoscopies.
Yes.
See, I didn't want to throw the C word up, man. But
we got to. That's the whole point.
That's real.
If you're over 40 and you have not had your colonoscopy, you need to go.
Yeah.
You need to go.
Yes, ma'am.
That's me.
Right.
I haven't.
Yeah, me neither.
I was hoping for like that.
I was trying to push the 45.
I was hoping for that medical invention where I could just fart and they could be like, oh no.
Hey,
They take your stool though.
They got a new way now.
they do have a new way
There's
now.
too much technology in the world, and
Where's
we
Big at right now, man?
I said, King Howie, where you at, bro?
Do that to relax your muscle.
Right.
He do that to me. He gotta take me to lunch.
Right.
Yeah, you owe me lunch.
What are you doing?
But I think they put you to, they sedate you though, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, I think so.
For
Yeah.
the colonoscopy.
They're gonna have to sedate me. You just ain't gonna take it.
Because they
You
have
ain't gonna
the,
just diddy me like that.
Right. they got
Take that.
the Cologuard.
Yeah, that's when
which
you
you
move in the
provide a
box.
sample, but it's not as comprehensive for what I've learned.
Yeah.
I did my research.
Yeah.
It's not as comprehensive
make that
as
point.
Right.
Nah, I didn't do that yet.
Yeah.
My Cologuard is in the mail though.
Okay.
I think it got lost, but I don't know.
Ah, that's right. Yeah, mine too. I had ordered it and mine got lost in the mail.
Yeah.
But I was ready to boo boo in that box. I was
Yeah.
ready. Put it in the little cup.
Next.
Lock it
We're gonna eat a lot of
up.
fruits. We're gonna eat a lot of fruits that they can't go too far with it.
There we go.
Oh man.
Hold that for me.
Yeah.
Hold my beer.
Yeah. But again, on a serious note, yeah, we do need to start, checking on one another, having those conversations. Hey,
Go for it.
yeah. I mean, we don't have a choice,
Nah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Having conversations about generational wealth, and we talk about that. We have those discussions in here a lot. Like, okay, listen, let me learn something from you. Even that we're in different different fields, if this structure is working for you, you could kind of play with different things and put them all together. So
Yeah.
that's what I really love about us, man. We always learning, man.
And and I'm gonna throw a little pest control in this, and this is what I explain to people when you're dealing with rodents and rodent control, because a lot of times they use rats to do tests,
Right.
to mimic,
Right.
like the human trial before the human trial,
Right.
and the reason why rodent control works is because the parent rodent can't teach its young, hey, don't go to that trap.
He has to learn himself.
They got to learn themselves.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why rodent control even works. But we, as humans, we can
could
teach our
adapt.
young
Yeah.
to avoid certain traps and pitfalls. You know what I mean? And so, but we have to utilize it though.
HPC.
Yeah, HPC all day.
There we go.
And utilizing it is the biggest issue we got now, because we have so many people that is going to sway you away from even trying to teach nowadays. Because even while you're teaching, how do you correct without it being justified in the way of a manner of the world thinking you should correct? But yet when your children go out there, the way that they're going to correct is going to be even worse.
Yeah.
So we need to have a serious talk with ourselves about what is valuable of teaching your child and what really is not.
Yeah.
Not to somebody else's standard of how they wanted their children to be raised. I remember the bully phase back when we was younger, right? And at that time, some people got bullied. But other times when you're having those interactions, it also helps you build character.
Yeah.
And what we say, a tough skin.
Passage of
Be-
life.
Yes, because when you realize the child that didn't have that type of correcting that you had, because you'd be like, yo, you looking real soft. You know what I'm saying? It's like they want, no, every child should be as soft as mine, the way I train. And that's when you start finding out dog eat dog in the world, because the
Man.
world's not going to do that.
No.
It's like, I need you to stand in the corner. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. So I understand there's different ways of doing it, but we have to really see what route we want to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, would y'all agree? Janice, you think I'm wrong in that?
The world is different now.
Look, if you
That's
don't
straight
correct
PR.
your child,
That was a straight PR.
if you don't correct
Yeah.
your child, the
Yeah.
Department of Corrections will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how
You
they
can get
do
it
it.
one way or the other.
I wonder how they do it.
Oh, cold-blooded.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
trial by fire.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
I feel like I'm not a parent, but I'm a very big auntie. But I feel like parents give their kids too many options.
Ah,
and giving children options. We grew up in an age where our parents, it was one way or the other. You know, be home by a certain time. You're not on the phone at a certain time.
Yes.
And you know, I think a lot of parents, in order for you not to have to deal with your children, you just allow your kids to do what they want.
Yeah.
And so, you know,
And we all do it.
yeah, we all do it.
Yeah. We get
So-
tired. We were like,
You're like,
man,
you know
just go
what?
ahead,
Yeah.
man. Just
Go
get out
take
my
a
face.
tablet, man.
But we have to invest that time. You
Yeah.
know, we have to spend that time. And I'll shout out Lily Baker real quick. You know, she
Oh,
has
yeah.
a way of saying, you know, you had the pleasure of making them, so you need to spend time with them.
Right.
So, you know, invest in your kids, spend time with your kids, and those incredible life nuggets that you need to share with them. You know, put the time in to make sure that you're doing those things, and don't let, you know, the phones, social media raise your kids. And, you know, life is different now. We don't have neighbors and, you know, people helping to raise your kids like we used to anymore.
That's right.
So what you can do by yourself and with the help of your circle, you need to do that, and versus allowing, you know, other avenues to do it.
Speaking of this whole cell phone thing,
Yeah.
I know
Oh,
you
here we
were
go.
public relations for the school system.
Senior
And
Barrett said no
I get the
phones.
vibe that you're gonna be kind of busy, because I hear that the school system, Liberty County school system, has banned cell phones in the school.
All right, let's
So-
stop right there.
Yeah, please.
Let's stop right there. I'll look into the camera, and I will say the Liberty County school system has not banned cell phones from the school system. And there was another word that was used in another article that I think that came out. But we have not banned cell phones from the school. We have changed a code of conduct policy that was already in place. That policy did not allow cell phones to even be in the schools or in the classroom or in the schools currently. So it was a modification to the policy that we are now introducing these pouches to our students, and the pouches will be assigned to students, and they will put the cell phones in the pouches, and they will be able to have those pouches with them throughout the day, but they will not be able to have access to the pouches. The phones in the pouches. The phones will have to be on silent or airplane mode. And basically the why is because, one, teachers, they want it. They want to be able to have whole instruction in the classroom.
Yes.
Two is to be able to create focus for the kids. You know, phones are a distraction, and they have everything. When I say everything, you know, everybody knows you can do text, you can get on the internet, you can do everything. But this is to create a focus back into the classroom. And I know it's going to be probably a little difficult in the beginning. It's going to be uncomfortable. But I think what the results will be on the back end, I think we're going to see an increase in test scores. Kids are going to start talking more and communicating more.
Thank you.
And
Right.
they're now also going to it's going to be more engagement. And I can say that we have a classmate that graduated from Bradwell Institute. He's an administrator in Boston, Deotis Williams. They introduced this in 2018. This is how long this has been going on in the world.
But we're talking about Connecticut.
And we're
though.
talking about
You know?
Connecticut. And some of us may have had experiences at concerts. I did when,
Yeah.
you know, Kevin
Yeah,
Hart
me
came
too.
to town.
Yes.
So, you know, as an adult attending a concert, yeah, it was difficult to be without my phone, but, you know, I have my education, so it's different. So, you know, I think this will make our kids better. And
Yeah.
I know our leadership feels that way, and I know teachers, I think, are excited about it. Parents may not like it. I think the number one question that has come up, well, what if there's an emergency at the school? Well,
How did it happen before?
Exactly.
it happened before you called the office.
Right?
Exactly.
So you're going to call the office, and parents, when your kids are at school, you shouldn't be calling kids on the cell phone anyway.
Look, see,
So-
That's true.
I'm just
true.
going to drop a couple of jewels. You know, let your kids learn while they're in the classroom, and allow them to be engaged in the learning, and try to allow them to be a part of the process. But, you know, it's to make our kids safe. If something happens, we have so many different safety procedures in place. We have cameras in every classroom. You know, we wear these badges called Centedrix badges. So if there's an emergency in one room, if a teacher presses her badge, we can immediately locate where in the building the emergency is.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
So, I mean, we have top-notch security, and we are not going to expose our safety procedures for
I got you.
everybody, because
Right.
this is for the safety of the kids. But if your kids, there was an emergency and something happened like it's happened before, you are not going to be able to access that campus because we're going to be locked down. And if you're trying to call your kids, you are risking your kids probably their life by calling the phone. Yes, so you don't know what could be happening. So I'll just say, and y'all can pass the word, but this is just to make our kids better and to create safety for everybody.
Yes.
And if you want your kids to be better and to be focused and not to have that distraction, then encourage and support what's going on, because we wouldn't do anything that would harm, hurt, or make things worse for what's going on in the school system. And we take care of over 10,000, close to 800 kids every day.
Yeah.
Y'all do.
That's a lot.
I appreciate that clarity.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I really
absolutely.
do.
And honestly, even if you look at online, of course the kids aren't going to like it. But anything the kids don't like is probably good for them. Just like when we were kids. Yeah. We didn't like broccoli, but it was good for us, But
who knows better?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Who knows better?
The adults. So
Some adults.
And that's I'm glad you said that, brother.
Yes.
Because I know you've been seeing on social media as well. It's some of the parents that are embracing of that policy. And they're discouraging the policy before it's even came to fruition.
Right.
That's the wildest thing.
Right.
It's like, no, we're not.
And I also should say that your kids should be a part of the school system if you're going to have something to say.
Yes.
And I'm not speaking for the school system today. I'm completely Janice LaFay Baker.
I like that. Yeah. But
Jamie Barrett said we all came from no phones in school.
Hey, Jamie.
So,
yes, absolutely.
I think it's fair. He said, I don't know about investing the money for the pouches when you just need to lay the law down, but whatever the decision it is.
It is what it is.
I like how Jamie thinks.
Yeah,
Shut it down.
he basically leave the phone at the house.
Right,
Yes.
Right. Because a lot of parents, I'm not parents, but kids, they feel empowered when they have their phone there too.
Yeah.
Like, you can't talk to me like that, or I'm gonna call my mama just to start. And then the parents get riled up, not even knowing what's going on. They upset with just the school period.
Yeah. And even
it's
aside from
ridiculous.
the safety aspect,
Yes.
you got AI that they could utilize to get an unfair advantage in the schoolwork. So you have to factor in that technology is changing, and as administrators, you have to stay on the cusp. You have to stay ahead.
Yes.
Because if not, you'll get left behind.
Oh yeah, by far. And then also, man, the bullying side. Man, let me tell you. Even when we all were around situations, honestly, I think the word bullying gets thrown around a little bit too loosely at times. Sometimes I do feel it's just kids being kids.
Can you Google bullying, the definition of bullying for me?
I sure will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm on the right track.
You are.
I figured that. Yeah.
So,
But with that being said, now with technology, man, when a fight breaks out, see, if we got in a fight, you had to be there to see what was going on.
Right,
You know,
right.
Hey, if I say I won, I won.
Yeah.
You know?
or what your classmates said.
Exactly. But now they're able to use that technology, that phone, to record.
And they got to relive that situation.
Put it on
over
Snapchat.
and over.
Yeah. So, man, listen. I told my kids, I mean, they know what time it is. But again, if you heard what Janice said, it was a modification to the policy that was already in place that technically they only supposed to have phones with them anyway, right?
So if the parents did not understand that the kids were not supposed to have phones in the school already,
Right.
Again, this is to just help reinforce what was already said. You got it?
We got the definition of bullying.
Let's go.
The definition of bullying is the repetitive, intentional hurting of one person or group by another person or group where the relationship involves an imbalance of power. It says bullying can be physical, verbal, or psychological. It can happen face to face or online.
Now, so that's a term that has been vamped over and over again to fit today's society.
Yes.
So the online bullying. If when we were younger, if somebody said that I'm being bullied online, we're gonna look at you like, what? They went in your face? What are you talking about? All you gotta do is cut the dang on computer off.
Right.
But they feel so attached, and they think that social media is the pinnacle of who they are.
Yeah.
I saw it was trippy. I forgot Sliders. Y'all remember that TV series Sliders that used to go from universe to universe?
Sliders.
That just slid right over me.
Yeah. I don't know, bro.
So
But tell
I'll
us
tell you
about
about
it.
it. I'll tell you about it. So Sliders, they used to go from universe to universe. And
What
every
channel
year-
was that? Because see,
I
when
can't
I
remember.
grew up, man, we only had like 8 channels, man.
Yeah, same here.
I bet you probably
It
had
had to be
HBO and
cartoon.
everything.
No,
right?
I never had that.
Was this a cartoon?
Huh?
Was it a cartoon? or-
No. This was an actual television show.
Okay.
They used to go from universe to universe, just trying to help people in their timelines or trying to get back home. I'm sorry.
Is that Quantum Leap?
No, it was like Quantum Leap, but it was
Okay.
called Sliders.
All right.
But anyways, they went to this one time warp, right?
Yeah.
And everybody had a like and don't like button. Now this was ahead of its time, because if you had likes, you were good. But if you had like 500,000 or below dislikes, you couldn't get coffee. People were voted for prison time through
Right.
if they liked you or not. And that, I was like, wow, that's today. And that was an episode that was maybe 10 years old, 15 years old of Sliders. So they predicted exactly where it was headed.
Yeah.
Because people you're guilty until proven innocent now.
Yeah.
That remind me of Black Mirror.
It was 24 years
Man,
ago.
That remind me of Black Mirror.
have y'all ever
You
seen
said
that?
24 years ago?
Yeah,
Man.
it was a TV series from 1995 to 2000.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was in 2000 when they did that.
Man,
Right.
listen.
Nah, cause Black Mirror
Black
had
Mirror.
one like that too. Where
Oh, they did?
You could block someone like in
From
real life.
traveling, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You're here.
Yeah.
But if you're blocked, like I can't talk to you.
Yeah.
You're here, but you're not here. You know, like I can't see you. I can't talk to you.
Man. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
you remember
Real life.
she was trying to travel, but she was bumping into people, and she might have had a bad attitude, and then they look at you with their phone and give you a negative rating.
Yeah.
And then your traveling changed, because you
Yeah.
remember she was trying to catch a flight somewhere, but by the time she made it to the airport, you remember, what was it?
Man.
She tried to rent a car, but she couldn't even rent a car. Like,
Yeah, that sounds like
Yeah.
some. That's way past bullying. But
Yeah.
as we can see, you can see how if we don't get a grasp of something,
Yeah.
right, we're going to be headed down the wrong way. And we're headed down the wrong way of people because we're the consumers
Yeah.
of a bigger thing that's going on.
Right.
And so I remember a guy, he worked for a plastic company, and he doesn't have any plastic in his house. And get this. He worked for the plastic company, but he doesn't have any plastic in his house. There's another guy that was a farmer. He farmed lemons. Had the lemons so far away, would never bring a lemon in his house. Because he already knows what he's doing. He knows what they put in the plastic bottles.
Right. Yeah.
Lemon farmers know how much pesticides and everything they have to put on lemons, because if you ever took a lemon off a real lemon tree, that lemon deteriorates so quickly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
if you know, you know.
There you go.
Like, look, people want me to spray in their house. I don't spray in my house.
right.
I know what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, they want you to do it because it makes them feel good. Or
Yep, they feel secure.
yeah, but my thing is, and I try to, stress it to people that will listen.
Yes.
I'm like, listen, this is pesticide.
Yeah.
Oh, is it safe for my kid? No.
it's not.
It's
That's like
pesticide.
asking me, is a gun safe?
Yeah.
Like this, the sole purpose of this is to kill.
Right.
There's no way around that. You know, I could apply it in a safe manner or use it safely. But if you want my opinion, no, I'm not putting this in my house unless I need to.
Right. Yeah.
But people see things different.
Yeah, and that's right. We need to start seeing things on a logical field, though. We really need to bring that forward. And hold on, Judy, because I know we're getting long, but I wanted to bring out some of your life's highlights, right?
Oh.
One of the things about you that I know is you love increasing awareness for all causes that impact our community and also our youth. You're a part of Dawn's Daughters.
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's a part of the program with Dawn's Daughters. How inspiring is that for you to work with the people that you work with, especially young ladies with Dawn's Daughters?
Well, I love Dawn and Lula Baker. So they are two incredible people, and they have gone above and beyond to help young ladies. And I know y'all had her on the show, so I won't go into all of that. But to, again, see young women thrive and exceed their goals, and to be exceptional women in society, because not of the circumstances they come from, whether it's high society or low income, they do some of the biggest and baddest things that you can see young people do. And I'll just speak to one. We had locally Madison Crowell. Madison I got an update today, it's $15 million now. So
hey, let me hold something, man.
she's gotten over $15 million in scholarships, and she will be studying abroad soon, going somewhere. She just was introduced into the study abroad program at another university, and she had a private donor to give her the funds to be able to go study from the university she'll be attending at High Point University. So she is another one. I like to use the Savannah State slogan, you can get anywhere from here, but but you can. You can come from little old Liberty County or Wayne County or wherever, and just go wherever you want to, and be somebody that is just amazing. But Dawn's Daughters has been an exception, I think, over 10 years, and she's been doing some amazing things with her organization.
Shout out to Ms. Dawn Baker.
Shout out to Dawn Baker. Yes.
With those scholarships, is that like going to be her personal money also?
So you sound like my dad. She would not be able to use all of the money, but again, she has applied for all of these scholarships. Some of them she will be able to use, some she will not, because she's not attending those universities.
I got you.
So, but it's the fact that this was an achievement of hers that she wanted to strive to do, and she's done it. I can't tell you the exact number of universities she was accepted. I think it was over 200. That she was accepted into, but the amount of funds that she has received or have been offered, I should say offered, has been over $15 million, which is number one in the state, number one in the county, and number one in the nation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what shots out. Say her name.
Madison Crowell.
Madison
Liberty County,
Crowell.
class of 2024, Liberty County High School.
A round of applause from the Kings to that beautiful queen. Thank you so much.
One in the nation.
Yeah.
In the nation. We on the map for a lot of things
Yeah,
in
we
Liberty
are,
County,
man.
y'all. We really are. It's a trip.
Can I share one more thing?
Most
Let's
definitely.
Stop bragging on Liberty County just a little bit. So we just got some amazing news, and I cannot give you the acronym right now because I can't think of it. But we just received news that Liberty County schools students will receive, or we are the recipient of a CPE certification, which allows all of our students to eat breakfast and lunch for free for the next 4 years.
Hey, free game. Did y'all hear that? For the next 4 years, they got the certification, the CPE.
Yes, CPE.
For that, all kids.
All students.
All
students.
And Liberty County
in
school
Liberty
system.
County school system.
Man, that's a blessing.
Lunch, breakfast, and lunch free of charge. That means you parents, y'all can put that to ease. Now look, them past due balances are still due whatever it is.
Exactly.
But understand,
They still want that negative
No,
balance.
still want that
balances. No more balances.
Oh, man.
So now they're eating for free. That lets you know how your school system is working, y'all.
Yeah.
So is that like a grant from the state or federal? Or?
I think it's federal, and it's something that you have to apply for every 4 years.
Wow.
We had, I think it was about 7,000 students that may have already been on free or reduced lunch. And so now all of our students, they changed the criteria.
Right.
And so now, along with a few other school systems, I think that'll be in addition to that will qualify. So we won't be alone, but the incredible blessing of parents not having to pay for lunch anymore.
Just don't understand.
I'm sure this is going to be an incredible blessing in people's pockets, like for the next 4 years. Like, how much money will you save in 4 years for lunch and breakfast? And I think more kids like breakfast more than we know, so they'll get to come in, eat, have a full stomach, and then eat lunch and be focused and be able to learn. You know, if something about a stomach that's on E that can't, you just can't, you can't function or focus. And I think we've all been there. I want something to eat.
I can't focus on a full one, so I don't know.
So it's gonna be no excuses. You don't have no phone.
You need in the back of class.
Full.
Right. Hey, listen, no phone. You eating breakfast.
You eat breakfast and lunch.
And you don't have to worry about paying for it.
Shots out for if it's okay. Is it okay? Who are some of the people that were working on that, or was it the entire school board that was working on it?
I will say Stephanie Fox, who is our nutrition director. She does amazing things for our students in nutrition. And I shared this earlier with the news reporter. They do things as far as like taste tests for our students, so they can, like, based off what the harvest item of the month is, whether it's broccoli or whether it's collard green, leafy greens, or whatever, they will create these sample taste tests for them down from pre-K on up to high school, and they will come in and sample different items, and they'll be able to see what the kids like, and so if we can change up menus and do things a little differently, so they're able to kind of just provide feedback to the nutrition department. But we have a top-notch nutrition team down to all of our service workers in the lunchroom. I remember one year, I think it was maybe a year ago, we got all 100s in our lunchroom.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm pest control. them kitchens are immaculate. And I'm not just saying that.
Okay.
There's some kitchens in Liberty County school system that I'm talking about. If the food drop on the floor,
pick it up.
You can pick it up and eat it. Wow. It's that clean in there.
Shouts out to all of the cafeteria staffs abroad in Liberty County.
Shout out.
Applause. We thank you for all that you do. And her name was what?
Stephanie Fox.
Stephanie Fox.
Yep. Stephanie Fox from the Kings and Queens of Liberty County.
Yes.
We salute you. Thank you for all that you do, because a lot of this might be unrecognized, but right here we're recognizing you, because you've taken a lot of stress off a lot of parents that they didn't even realize that they had. Because a lot of parents don't stress about it because they're like, whatever, they better feed my child. But still, now you know that's not an issue for 4 years because of Stephanie Fox's work and the other people that worked with her.
Our board members who approved it. So I have to mention our board members.
And those are the things that need to be highlighted.
Yes, that needs to be highlighted. We need to know.
Coming. Y'all getting hot off the press.
No. But again, that's the importance of having a PR. Hint, Liberty County. Hey, listen, I can say it. Honestly, and that's one thing I've been trying to push.
So what you're saying is that
we need a PR rep.
So you need Mark Moser, the King Condor, to be the PR rep, because we already got a station to put it on.
First of all, we will have to create the position
and the budget.
Well, go
ahead. I'll tell you what I want my budget to be.
Right.
That's fine.
But all jokes aside, I think it's really needed.
No, we're not joking.
No,
I'm being real. Here it is.
Hey,
I'll work for you for like 5 seconds. So the Liberty County Board of Commissioners has free lunch going on all summer until the 26th from 11 to 1. There are several locations between Hinesville, Gun Branch, Riceboro, Midway, and Fleming. If you look, you can absolutely go to the Liberty County School System page and look for the locations and find out where you can go get free lunch.
Free lunch.
We used to get that. Send them that invoice. Send that invoice.
Or you can go to Justin Frazier, Liberty County District 2 County Commissioner page, and I have all that information up there as well.
You got it up there?
I do.
You got it up there?
Ooh.
Okay.
It was updated today, right?
Yes.
Yeah, look.
Let me ask you a question. Why you think it was updated?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
Okay, Mr. Commissioner.
No, listen. No, seriously.
Commissioner.
No. Everyone knows I'm huge
for the kids.
Yeah, right. And be honest with you, I was one of the reasons why we put that back, because we lost it because of COVID. And the first year after COVID, I tried to bring it back, but it was a time, so we didn't make the time cut to bring it back. So we brought it back, I think, 2 years ago? Yeah, and Mr. Floyd was over it, but he stepped down this year. So, but the thing about it, And you remember growing up.
I was just about to talk about it. Yeah,
Man,
Went the Walthour Bill to get my free lunch.
But you have to think about it. We
Shout
had
out to
what,
Walthour
maybe
Bill.
20 or
Bill.
30 different sites then.
Yes, it was mainly at your churches.
Absolutely.
You also had it at some
Dorchester.
people. Yeah, Dorchester. You had it
Absolutely.
at some people's houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that lunch was not only just lunch. It was a time to fellowship with kids in the
Kids,
community.
yeah.
Neighbors,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, you
you walk
time-
together. You
Right.
walk
Absolutely.
together to get
Right.
a free lunch.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah,
walk
yeah,
together.
yeah.
Shoot,
Yeah.
that used to be the highlight. 'cause,
Man, the
I was
highlight of
only
the day.
child.
This is during the summer.
Absolutely.
During the summer, we had it
Yeah.
every summer.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, St. Peter's Church was one of them, and that's right across the street from where I grew up.
Right.
So I used to go over there, and my brothers at the time were Peter and Paul. They were twins. Peter and
Oh, the
and
White
Quincy.
side.
No, Peter and Paul Whiteside. Yes.
You remember
And
them?
I couldn't wait. You don't remember Peter and Paul? Oh man.
Hey, I thought you were joking.
No, it was.
No, Peter and Paul.
Hey, me too. Until he said it, I thought about it. I was like, those were the twins.
Yeah, that's the twins.
Yeah.
And we used to go over there all the time, eat the lunch, and run back because that was an excuse. Like, Peter, Paul, come over. Can we play Nintendo?
Right.
Mama, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a perfect time. But that also built character. It built community character.
Right.
Because
man, listen, I used to go to the one in Dorchester, and let me tell you, it was a history lesson,
Oh yeah.
and let me tell you,
You weren't just gonna get your bag and go.
no, we had to sit down and eat it there.
Right.
And let me tell you, you better eat it all.
yeah.
Let me tell you.
Oh, no pressure.
Man, listen.
we traded for the turkey. Look,
Right.
the turkey was was the
Right.
joint.
Yeah.
Hey man, what you got?
The
what
grape,
you got?
the grape juice.
Oh,
Grape
yeah,
juice.
yeah.
Oh, most
There you
definitely.
go.
With the ice. With the
Yes.
ice in it.
Right,
You
yeah.
Yeah.
There we
You
go.
might get a slushy.
Squeeze.
Yeah.
At the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Those were the days.
Yes.
Hey, shout
having a moment right now.
Shit, we didn't do that in New York, son.
Hey, we gotta go to the corner store with the quarter water.
But,
Food regulations changed.
Yeah.
but after COVID, whenever we stopped, we had to reapply. So we had to start the whole process over. And since we had to start the process over, they only gave us a minimum amount of spots, locations.
Okay.
So the last couple of years we had, but now we're able to increase, which is a great program. You know,
Yeah.
shout out to the my fellow commissioners for with the support with that.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to the commissioners.
Yeah.
And shout out to everyone, like I said, once again, who is watching. We have had the honor of talking with Queen Janice
D.
Janice B.
Baker.
Same OG.
And
Same OG. Same OG.
I used to be the man when but now I just stay at home. Look,
It's It's the karaoke tonight, but not.
I know.
you know, it is karaoke night. Oh, look. Hey, I'm going to bed. Look, Janice, we thank you so much for coming to spend time
Thank
with
y'all
us.
for having me.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
Before we, I don't know how I'm gonna do this because Eddie, you were surprised, so I'm so sorry.
You fine.
But as a
You bearing gifts?
as
She
a
came
queen,
bearing gifts.
as a queen who comes bearing gifts, I have to tell you when I heard of the concept of the show.
Yes.
And I immediately thought about the Three Kings.
Yes.
So, and we all know what the Three Kings brought when they came to see
Oh.
our king.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
That's love. I appreciate this.
Man, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You can open it. I'm not
open
sure.
it now.
You can. You
I
can.
hope y'all drop it and break it.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Be careful.
The
Be
Confident
careful.
Three
Be careful.
Yes.
Be careful. Be careful.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. I'm going to be real cautious.
Oh yeah.
This is what's up.
man, I'm about to get teary-eyed.
This
Man,
is
already in.
Yours
thoughtful.
may not be in there. I didn't put it.
Oh,
in there. Yours
wow.
is in there.
That's even better. Oh,
Yeah. Be careful
Oh,
opening
yeah.
yours. Hold on. There you go.
There you go.
Oh wow.
man.
So
What you
one
got,
is
bitch?
gold,
Yeah,
one
rock.
is myrrh, and one is frankincense. So and symbolic of those items. And
Man.
there's a little card in there. So I won't get too much with you guys. So
Wow.
love you and thank
Nah,
y'all for
that's
the
love.
opportunity.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And you know what? Just so you can know, your tiara will be on the way.
Yeah.
That's all from King
Nah,
Boston.
that's real. That's
real
real
facts.
talk. That's real
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Because I meant to get the tracking on it. It's coming though.
Man,
Oh wow.
this is
Y'all don't
wonderful.
understand.
But thank you for
Thank you.
everything that you do in the community. You know,
Absolutely.
Yes.
I tell people there's certain people who can leave Liberty County and be whatever they want to be,
Yes.
wherever they want to go. And for people like yourself to be here and want to be here and make our community better, we appreciate you
Yes.
for that. Seriously. And all y'all too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
but
we
especially our
appreciate all
sisters.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we're at the time of the show now that we're
That
gonna
we
give
cry, so we gotta go.
Look, we got to give our words of the day and inspire our kings and queens out there. And I always catch this person off guard, but he's gonna go first once again. King Myers.
And he's gonna come. And he's gonna come with the fire.
Yeah.
He gonna come with that
He
fire.
always coming with
He
the
always
fire.
come with the fire.
He always come with the fire.
Dalan, 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 Dalan.
King Myers, what would you like to tell our kings and queens today?
I don't really have much to say to you. I want to speak to my wife because I know she's watching.
Okay.
I want to let her know that she's my superhero. But the things that she's gone through and still having a good spirit, and being able to fight through everything, I want to let her know that she's my superhero.
Yeah.
I look up to her. She's my everything, and I want to let you know that I love you, and we're gonna get through this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
Together as
Yeah.
a tribe, baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
As a
Yeah.
tribe.
Right.
Man,
So
that's
that's what I got to say.
That's what's
what's
up,
up.
bro. Respect. I gotta give it up for Eddie for that one.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
He never
And
failed.
Queen Myers.
He never
Queen
failed.
Myers, salute to Queen
She
Myers.
did say that she wanted to come on your show though. Whenever she heals, she wanted
Yeah.
to come in
Oh,
and
most
just
definitely.
be able to talk and just get some things that she has on her chest off
That's what's
the
up.
avenue. And I think it's going to be a very
Thank you, Mr.
informative
Thomas.
conversation
Yeah.
or
Testimony.
podcast.
Yeah. Testimony.
Yes.
Great testimony.
I would love it.
So I won't take that from her by
Yeah.
saying what she went through, but
Yeah.
I'll let her be the one to come and do it.
Okay.
That's what's up. And before we get to the next person, I just want to tell everybody out there, look, if you would, please hit the like button, share, and go to YouTube and type in blackkingsfreegame.com.
Oh Lord, not that.
Free game. blackkingsfreegame.com on YouTube. We could really use the support, and also we are now accepting your sponsorship. Do have the application, so if you like to have your commercial or your shout out on the show, get in contact with me. All right, don't forget Magnum Pest Control 1844 Magnum 1. Also Huta CBD Essentials. You'll find a location here in Liberty County. It is right across the street from City Trends, where the old Taco Bell was. It's next to Latin Dreams and Jazzy's Hair. And he also has locations in Savannah. I don't know those locations, but he does have them here in Hinesville, where you can get to 2 locations by Just Cuts. And we have to give a shout out to Leaf Filters also. That's King Myers. He's over 12 of those. 12 of them.
12.
12 of them.
Right, 12.
Yeah.
And a shout out to, King Conda. Look, if you will, right now, let me tell you this. King Conda apparel is on and popping. Go to kingconda.com. That is King, KANDA.com. That's kingconda.com. We have all the men's apparel, and our women's is coming. All right, so we're not hating on that, but when we come to y'all women, we got to come with perfection. Also, King Real Estate, People's Champ, 912-532-9850. All right, so I got all those plugs out. Now we're going to plug in with the words and the wise words from Queen Baker.
Well, I will say shout outs. I will speak to King Myers, Queen.
Yes.
Sister, we're praying for you, and we want you to be encouraged and know that God is able and He can do all things, and He can pull you through everything that's needed in this season of your life. So I just wanted to speak to her real fast.
Thank you.
And to everyone out there, know that you can be a part of any process. We make up a community, and I think it's important that we respect each other, that we are a part of not necessarily the same things, but we're a part of building. And if we don't build, we will never be a monument.
Yes.
And so if that's not what you want, then just step away, but keep your thoughts to yourself.
Yes.
And if you're not a part of the process, then you should be, because you can't complain about anything that involves that involves your everyday life. So I want to encourage parents to be more involved this year as we move into another school year. Lots of changes, but the change is great. And if you want to be great, I don't know what else to say about that. If you don't want to be great, we want to be better and we want to be great. And I appreciate my leadership, Dr. Franklin Perry.
Yes, I was just shout out to Dr. Perry.
Dr. Franklin Perry, Dr. Barber, and all of my cabinet members who we work well with together in making, what things are and how things move in our school system. We have people who come from different counties to work here, but it's a great place to work and to celebrate our kids. We have a special group of kids, and I think we all want them to succeed. Excellence in everything, excellence in life, excellence in family, and just excellence in the movement. So be a part of the movement and just be graceful in what you do.
You better, and that was graceful.
And closed minds should come with closed mouths.
Hey, I'm gonna say mine last, but we got to go to King Boston and King Myers. I'm gonna need your assistance with what I got to say also. But King Boston,
I mean, I don't have too much to say. I just really wanted to let me think. To all the parents like myself that have young people in the Liberty County school system, it's important that we support our educators and our administrators, because I mean, they are literally on the front lines.
yes,
They put up with a lot. Sometimes our children act a way home and they act another way at school. And it's up to us as parents to keep an open mind and know that if our child or children are being disciplined, it's for a reason.
yeah,
Okay? And we as a community, we have to, for one, stick together, and one, respect the fact that the people that we have entrusted to lead our future are doing the right thing. And so it's important to be a partner with the school system, not only when things are going bad,
Right.
but to praise them as well. You heard a lot of free game today.
yes,
All our students, all our children will be getting free
lunch.
food.
Yes, breakfast and lunch.
I need to hear y'all with that same energy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That y'all do when things are going on that you don't like. I need you to go just as hard on Facebook. I need you to share it just as much,
Yes.
because that's just the right thing.
There you go.
That's just the right thing. We need to support our educators. They're having and look, I thought that summer break was everyone was off.
Oh,
Y'all still working?
They're still working,
I'm
man.
still working.
Like I was literally on a panel today where they were interviewing for an assistant principal, and I won't go into details because it's still in the process. But these same people, they're still working.
Yes.
And I just take my hat off to you, Queen Baker, to Dr. Perry, Dr. Barber,
Yes.
Mr.
All the
Jackson,
educators.
Yeah.
It's so
Yes.
many of them.
It's so many.
And I just salute you all, and I would just ask as parents and stakeholders in this community that we back our Liberty County school system.
Very well said, King.
Can I insert one thing? And I'm sorry,
Most
I know
definitely.
we're wrapping.
Yeah, you're fine.
As adults, we go to the doctors and our physicians, and we trust the things that our doctors and our physicians say. And lots of times we don't question. We might, ask if there's additional options or alternatives, but we don't question our physicians a whole lot. Your educators are professionals, and they have gone to school to be professionals, and they have perfected their craft and their passions. A lot of times, don't be so quick to question somebody's profession when they are the expert.
Right.
And so I think it's much due that as parents and adults that we respect people in their perspective crafts, and we partner and respect and acknowledge what they're doing, and don't override the work of a professional when it's being done.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. We got to give a shout out to all the educators that's watching right now. I see some on there, Shimona Roundtree, Miss Odette, Maria Alexis, whoever you are, I probably
She
do know
is
you.
the
she's major.
No, she is Bradwell's
I knew the name. I
family
couldn't.
engagement advocate. Yes, shout
Miss
outs
Odette,
to Miss
thank you.
Odette. Yeah,
Thank you. I was reading. I was reading what you were saying.
Everybody knows.
Everybody know Miss Odette.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes. I knew
met her
the
before.
name. Yeah, I
You met
know.
her
I
before.
do know her.
Yeah.
But I couldn't place. You know how it
Yes.
is.
Yep.
But she said, "Be a part of the process and
That's right.
support." And she's completely right.
Yeah, man.
Well, and
Yeah.
we appreciate you, Miss Odette.
And someone who, now she's another, I can go on and on about people in our school system, but she's Miss Alexis, she's one of these people who don't receive enough flowers.
Man,
and she goes
unsung heroes.
above
Yeah.
and beyond for our BI Tigers. Every event you will see her present and just organizing for different community organizations, whether it's military children or whether it's the athletes. Miss Odette, she takes care of all of our kids and all of our staff members. She has a lounge in her office. She gets donations from Walmart, and the list goes on. It's like a serene place in her office.
Do you know this is one of the reasons I wanted we have this program is because I want to give the flowers to the people that might be going unrecognized. So Miss Odette, if you don't mind, well, hopefully Miss Baker here might have your information, but I want to get in contact with you if you would give us the honor. I want to contact you because yes, you deserve your flowers.
Absolutely.
King Frazier.
Man.
What is it that you want to say to the people?
I almost don't know what to say. I think a lot of things have already been said, and it's rare that I'm speechless. But just the love that I feel in this room, the energy, and the words that are coming out of y'all mouth, is really, powerful. Eddie, man, we still praying for you, brother.
Yes.
You already know it, man, and to the Queen as well, and the school system. Man, you all keep doing what you all are doing. You all are doing an amazing job. Our kids are leaving here, graduating here, going to top-notch colleges.
Yes.
And like you said, people don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the opportunities that the school system have now. Think about when we were in the school system. Kids are literally able to be ready to almost graduate college.
Yes, when they get out.
Leaving high school.
Yeah. Associate's degree.
Talk about that.
Free.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We having the discussion we having when people watching. Let's go.
And we talking about free game.
Yes.
We talking about free education.
We talking about free degrees.
Free degrees.
If you have a student who is in elementary, middle, and approaching high school, and they are not taking advantage of our career academy, something is wrong. Free money,
Telling you,
2
man.
free years of college, a side hustle, whatever you want, a
Trades,
trade,
businesses.
whatever.
Right.
We have kids coming out with welding jobs and
Right.
buying cars, no less, coming out of high school. Like, kids come out set up for success, whether to
Thank you,
do
Shante.
something or whether to go into another career. It's a huge, I think one of the things that Liberty County school system did years ago was setting our kids up for success in industry.
Yeah.
And so right now we have access to so many industry businesses. And there was something else I was going to say you triggered for something else, but we back to the phones and the pouches. I think we're first in the state of Georgia to do that.
Yeah.
So not only are we doing trend-setting things, we are trendsetters.
All right.
Trailblazers.
Listen, with the iPad.
Trailblazers.
Yes, with the
You know, with the
iPad.
iPad.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean,
They switched to Android now, baby.
yeah.
We Android people now. They gonna be able to
Switch to
They did.
Androids.
Yes,
That's a whole
That's
nother.
right.
That's one of those podcasts after dark.
Yeah,
conversations.
yeah.
We're glad to bring the boys
Oh,
to the
yeah.
table
You
now.
can bring the boy, baby. They know what they were doing.
Yeah,
They
but
know what
I
they
mean,
were doing, baby.
But kudos to the whole board of education.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
from the top to the bottom.
Nah,
because,
absolutely.
man, you all move like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when you think about how many employees that the board of education has,
Yeah. Yeah.
and man, listen, if somebody not saying nothing bad about you, you're not doing nothing.
You're not doing
That's
that.
fact.
And I just I don't know what else to say about
they
that.
weren't-
Appreciate all the haters. So once again, all the haters, please,
Hey,
or
man.
our lovers, please go
Yeah.
to YouTube and
Yeah.
follow us, Black Kings Free Game. Subscribe today.
And get
Remember,
involved.
in a few days, we're going to be giving out prizes, and we're going to have the after dark discussions that are going to blow your mind. If you think that now you're like, oh, this nice, okay, we're going to be nice, but we're going to dig deep.
Yeah.
We're going to dig deep. So I want you guys to get ready for that. And one thing that I do want to say is, because we're honoring everyone.
Yes.
We're honoring, but I would even go to where people are really overlooked. Okay? At these games and at these events that I see, right? You have people that stay afterwards, which they call it the maintenance staff. All right?
Custodial.
The custodial staff.
That's right.
The custodial staff is out of this world also.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember after some events, and this is just me personally, they know I shook hands with them, but I had to. And they're there later than most. And then they have
early.
to be
And early.
then they have to be back up there to the
Yeah.
school to make sure everything is clean,
Yeah.
that campus is running right,
Yeah.
make sure that the kids' safety, because they check your doors, they make sure these things are locked, and those are the first people they're going to call are the hey, we need this such and such done, and lock this and make sure that. So these people are your core people also.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I
And
got to
our
give a
bus-
shout out.
And our bus drivers.
Bus drivers,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
And I'll speak to custodians. We all had both. Bradwell and Liberty had very rainy, wet days for graduation.
Yeah.
Oh, speak about that. Good job. Yeah.
Custodians were there to help wipe down chairs, move things in. Like as the rain moved in or out, they were loading in and loading out. Those people are dedicated to the happiness, and I'll say that the happiness of the students, because they know what kind of event this is going to be for the kids, and we all want those kids to have that moment. And I think this class was the 8th grade class that COVID affected going into high school or whatever. And our bus drivers, y'all, we need bus drivers like we need everything else. But, we have a lot of, I won't say, we don't have young bus drivers. We have a lot of elderly citizens driving our buses. So if your students are not riding the bus and respecting those people and not, riding the bus is a privilege.
Right,
it is,
right.
It is not,
It's
a
not a
right.
right.
It is a privilege. So the fact that we provide buses for all of our students, no matter where you live at in the county, whether you live in Sunbury or you live in Gum Branch, we provide buses for all of our students. So shout outs to our bus drivers for waking up early, because they are the first people our students see in the morning and the last people that they see in the afternoon, and they ensure that those kids get to school safe and that they are returned in the same way that you put them on the bus in the afternoons when they go home. So thank you to all of our bus drivers who sacrifice getting up early, because then if I get older, I'm not gonna want to. I don't like getting up, but now I don't know about y'all. I don't like getting up, but they get up early and the cold mornings. I can remember my bus driver would have the bus warm when we would get on the bus, so they get up and make sure it's clean and warm and all that good stuff. So appreciation.
But before we close out, guys, I gotta say that I gotta give a shout out to all the retired teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have someone here now, Miss Marsha Williams Simmons, this Loris Slay.
Morris Brown.
I gotta give a shout out to the teachers, because some of these families are teachers.
Yeah.
Right.
Generational. The Bakers, y'all are teachers. The Slay family, they're teachers. Williams, they're teachers.
Yes.
My mother, a teacher.
Yeah.
And
Like-
they come back.
and-
And
yeah.
they come back. So Miss Marsha Simmons, she's one of those teachers who came back to the classroom and
Yes.
even after retirement, some of them come back. So we appreciate your sacrifice in coming back to the classroom.
Right.
You know?
Really
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, all in all, the free game that was dropped today was fabulous because y'all just found out that your pockets can be a little bit more fuller because you don't have to worry about your kids in the Liberty County school system paying for breakfast or lunch.
Somebody's still going to complain.
Hey,
Nah.
Oh, I said that, didn't I? Out loud? My bad.
it's okay. We need you to complain because then we're going to see exactly how much you're not involved
Right.
in the school system. Another thing that's going on, you have the lunch programs that's going to be available for your children, the free lunch program during the summer.
Yeah.
I advise you to go to Commissioner Frazier's website, and also, Janice, you said what website is
The
it?
school systems
School
web
systems.
Facebook page. I posted it there
Right.
today.
Yes.
And,
Okay.
and the counties as
And
well.
the counties as
Yeah.
well. So I definitely got to give a shout out to everybody. I go ahead.
And before we end, also I want to give a shout out to the city of Riceboro for having their summer internship program.
Okay.
The city of Hinesville for having theirs as well, and also to the Liberty County Board of Commissioners, because even we're educating our next generation and they getting paid. So it's a cool program.
And it gives them exposure
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
what I think we all know somebody who's probably had access to a county or city job from
Yeah,
high school.
absolutely.
And they have gone in at
Yep.
18 and retired like 20
Yeah,
years later.
absolutely.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
these could be like the steps to them securing a job
Absolutely.
in the county that they grew up in,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
giving back.
Yeah. So
Yes.
wonderful programs going on this summer.
So many shouts out to Queen Tiffany Myers. Salute to you. We thank you so much. We appreciate your strength.
Yes.
We appreciate you lending your king over here from time to time, because I know that Joker does not want to leave your side.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him, Tiff. Shouts out to Queen Mosley. She's in the building. She's supporting. I see her typing in the comments. I appreciate you. Shouts out to Queen Boston, Queen Frazier. We appreciate you guys for all the support that you're giving to your families and also to the community.
Absolutely.
And to Queen Baker, I got to say this directly to you.
Well, you sitting
You
up.
gotta sit up.
Well,
Yeah, I got to sit up.
You never sit up for me.
Now, we grew up together, but we grew up in a distance apart. I was a little bit behind you, just a little bit. It wasn't too much now. Don't get it
You ain't
twisted.
gonna tell.
Look, I'm not going to tell. Just a little bit behind her. But as we grow, you start to learn the truth about people and who they are, right? Because when I was younger, I was, you understand, nobody really could get a factor on where I was. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? But as, I got older, there was a lot of things that happened to me in my life. A real big thing that happened to me was when the passing of my father.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of things I knew about my father, a lot of things that I didn't. But the things I found out when he passed, it was great. I get it, because I always thought he was a hard case, which he was. But as you grow, you start to learn exactly where people stand, because people that back in the days when we went to school, you would think that they would stand for something else, and now they're far off
Yeah.
and not involved in the community. And people that you didn't know that was going to be involved with the community are deep diving in. And I'm not talking about faking it. I'm talking about actually pushing toward the community. To find out that now, because of Miss Stephanie, is it Stephanie Fox?
Yeah.
Miss Stephanie Fox
Right.
and her team, you have free lunches. To find out that Miss Odette is out here doing things for the kids, has a lounge in her office, has all types of them feeling free and able to come in and talk to someone. And all these things I hear but from other people saying, oh, well, this school system's better than this one. Yeah, it's not about the school systems being better, because you
Nah.
never know what the factors are.
Right.
And where are they getting their numbers
Where are they
from?
getting their numbers from?
That's one thing I learned.
We not even gonna tell. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna do do that for you.
This just
I'ma
me.
do that for you.
This
Queen
just
Baker.
me.
We not even gonna touch that.
This
but-
just me.
Some of these counties playing with the numbers.
Yes.
I'ma
Shout
leave that
out to
alone.
the King and Queens of Liberty County, says Miss Odette. Thank you, Miss Odette.
Trust but verify, right?
You got to.
So when you start hearing things like this, I feel like Liberty County doing pretty good.
Yeah,
'Cause,
damn good.
Yeah, y'all worried about numbers that they report what they want to report. But anyways, so I just want to educate you, kings and queens, on your system is working. Liberty County is working. Your kings and queens are out here pushing.
Yes.
And we appreciate that, and we're going to support them. Because if you don't like something, the one thing that you can do is get involved.
Yeah.
Find out what it is, because a lot of times you upset with something that you wouldn't even be able to control if you was in that position. You would have to make that decision or a worse decision than what they made. But yet, instead of supporting them, you too busy putting your mouth on them, talking about this
Gotta
and that.
preach
So
Because if you
that's
ain't
what
part
it
of the
is.
solution, you part of the what?
Problem.
And you know what? I got to hit on this too. A lot of folks that would support you in things, right? They're not actually supporting you in things. They're supporting you on the belief of you thinking that they're supporting you, because they're going to tell you everything that you want to hear. Everything, they're going to be yes people. Yeah, man, don't believe that. Don't. And then when the serious nitty gritty get down
Oh
to
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and
When
the
the work-
underlying things come up that you know that person wouldn't see, you want to fight for that. So I want people to start understanding it's not all beef. A lot of it that you might think that you don't want to hear is all love. It's all love, and it's hard taking that tough love.
Yeah.
It's hard taking that tough love. So kings and queens, I want us to stick together. I want us to do profound things, and I want Liberty County to move forward.
Yeah.
This your boy King Conda, the People's Champ, and I'm here with Queen Baker and the Kings of Black Kings Free Game, and we're out.
We're out. Appreciate you.